Hey guys, what is going on? This is DeltaBot, and we're back with another Battlefield 1 video, and I'm sorry this is not yet a live commentary. I decided I wanted to do a video going over how to use the Sentry, both the one with the big-ass machine gun and the little-ass dual submachine gun thing, this gun. Now, the reason I decided to make this video is because I would see a lot of people playing the Sentry, I don't want to say wrong, but not as effectively as they could. I see a lot of people wasting them, and I mean, this is the ultimate support class. It's not, you know, an actual class, but it's the ultimate support soldier. So I just decided I would try to help some people out with a quick tips and tricks video for the Sentry. Now, the first thing that I find a lot of people doing is they kind of feel like since they can take a lot of damage, they should just run out and eat bullets. You can do that if you don't last very long, though. So the first tip I have is to play smart. Don't run out. Don't succumb to the urge of the tank. We're not playing League of Legends. We're playing Battlefield 1. That entails a lot of thinking, planning ahead, and tactical play, because there's a lot of open areas which you can get shot in, and there's a lot of really tight areas which you can get stabbed in, and both of those things obviously will kill you. That sounded a lot better before I said it. But I see a lot of people not playing smart when they use the Sentry, and that's just a complete and utter waste. When it comes to playing smart, the first thing that you should do is you should use cover. Cover is something that you use all the time when you're not the Sentry. I don't think it should change just because you can take a lot of bullets. I'm going to say this over and over and over again in this video. Just because you can take a lot of damage doesn't mean you should. In some cases it's inevitable and you use it because you have to. But if you can avoid taking damage, it leaves that health for situations where you would die normally. And if you're the Sentry, you can survive. If you just run out and waste your health, you're gonna die anyways. And the Sentry doesn't help you, and you've wasted a really powerful tool. Like I said, the Sentry is the ultimate support class. So the biggest thing is support your team. You can watch their backs a lot better than a normal soldier can because you can take a lot more damage. You've got a lot of ammo, and because of those two things, you can kill soldiers a lot more effectively than they can. And just one quick thing aside with this gun, don't try and shoot long ranges. It's horrible at range. Watch this. Just don't do it. Now, going back to the whole playing smart thing, that's kind of what I'm doing here. Normally I would see people just run in and think, oh, I can arm this because I'm the Sentry. But if I had done that, I probably would have died because I had no teammates around to support me. And, well, you know, there's a possibility that I live. It's more effective if I wait for my teammates, wait for some support like I do now, and then go in and arm the charge. That way I don't die, I don't waste the Sentry, and it doesn't set my team back. So that leads me into my next sort of tip. Play your way. Don't change how you play just because you can take a lot of damage. If you're a slower, more patient player like me, continue doing that. If you're a fast player, you can still do that, but play the same way you would as if you couldn't take, you know, a ton of damage. Because if you just play like you can take a ton of damage, you then take a ton of damage, and you waste the Sentry for your team. And nobody really benefits from that. Sure, you might get 4 or 5 kills, but you're not really supporting your team as much as you excuse me, as much as you could be. And that leading into my next point, plan ahead. Always plan ahead. You should do this regardless of whether or not you're the Sentry, but especially when you're the Sentry, you can't regenerate your health as quickly as a normal soldier can. So that means when you do take damage, it takes you forever to recuperate that. So try not to take damage. I know it sounds weird, but if you just sit there and take damage, you're going to die really fast because you can't recuperate that health unless you have a med bag. Now that's right there was a really good example of I don't want to sound pretentious, but how you should play Sentry. I've seen a lot of people who would have just sat out there and taken those bullets while they reloaded and probably would have killed that guy, but they would have had like 2 health left instead of 60 some health left. So you have to play smart and use cover. You can't just sit there and take damage. This is the type of gunfight that the Sentry like excels in, because it's really hard to get a lot of hits on somebody because there's a lot of cover, but you can still kill people. And that's where the advantage of being able to take a lot of damage comes in. Sure, they're going to tag you, but you're not going to die. They most likely will, especially with this gun because it can shoot so fast. And I like this gun a lot more than I like the big machine gun because, I mean, yeah, you have less ammo, but it fires faster, it's a lot more controllable, and it's a lot more accurate. And I just prefer it. You can like the big machine gun. I don't care. It's up to you. So then this last example right here is just a really good showing of using cover. A lot of people would have just stood out. That guy got wrecked and taken damage. I kept on ducking in and out of cover, trying to use what little health I had left to keep them from advancing up this back alley. So, I mean, that's really it. Just play smart. Don't try and be a tank, because yes, you are, but if you do that, you're wasting a really powerful tool for your team. So that's all I've got for you guys in this video. Thank you all very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like or a dislike depending on what you thought of the video. If you do leave a dislike, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section below letting me know what I can do to improve. Subscribe if you want more, and I will see you all in the next video. Childhood poster, the Lamborghini, Sometimes it feels like, let's see who can find the best corner. I mean,